listeners, this is Sangeeta, the host of this podcast channel, What's New Today, a kids and family podcast about current events shaping our world. You're listening to part 2 of this series, a review of the video game FIFA. For those of us who love football and also love playing the video game FIFA, we'll all have to learn a new name for this. EA Sports, the company that makes this game, will rename this game as EA Sports FC, perhaps sometimes later this year or beginning next year. So FIFA 23 will be the last version of this game released by EA Sports in the name FIFA. We're joined by 3 ardent football fans in this episode to discuss the features they love the most in this video game.
I'm Archasman Mandal. I am from Kolkata and I live in Indore. I'm 11. I study in 6th grade. I like to play football, physical football, video games, many video games like Fortnite, FIFA. I like reading Greek and Roman mythology books, and I love playing ukulele.
Hello, my name is Arush Jaswal. I am from Indore. I am 11 years old. I like to play football.
Okay, shall we ask the other adult also on this show
Yeah,
to
sure.
introduce himself? Okay.
So hi, my name is Vineet. I'm 38 years old. So I think it's both of your ages combined with maybe one more 6th standard guy coming in. I live in Bangalore. I work for a company called Britannia, the biscuit company. So we make biscuits for 12-year-olds probably. So I work in the marketing department and I handle a couple of brands. So I stopped playing football quite some time back, but I've been watching since 98. So that's what, 24 years.
So in part 1, each of our 3 football fans disclosed their favorite clubs.
It's
So
very
I have a
interesting,
question.
Of course.
What's your favorite club?
Right now, Manchester United.
Okay.
And I
And,
also like FC Barcelona.
Okay, I'm a Real Madrid fan.
I could guess that from the Ronaldo love.
Yeah.
And onward to discover the rest of their conversation in part 2 of this series. We'll just jump into the recording room. But just before that, if you're listening to part 2 directly, you can find part 1 of this series just below this. You can also find link to it in the show notes right below. Let's see what the older football fan had to share about the good old days of football and football leagues to the younger kids.
There are only 2 leagues which were good when we started watching football, right? The Premier League has always been good. Normally, if you're a fan of one club, you don't change. You change cities, you change schools, but you don't change the club. And even if the player leaves, like Ronaldo doesn't play for Real Madrid now, right? Unfortunately, people don't change. I'm sure both of you have different best players now. I like Spanish league, but that's only because I only watch the FC Barcelona games.
Nobody can discuss the features of their favorite video game without discussing their favorite players on the soccer field.
Who's your most favorite player that I got it? Who's the player who's just below Ronaldo for you?
Mbappe,
Mbappe. Okay. Who's an average player? Name an average player.
Phil Foden,
Phil Foden. Okay. And someone who's really bad but who still plays at that level.
myself.
No. Someone who plays in FIFA, let's call it. In the game.
But you just told us to feature our own cards, so we did, and we are officially in FIFA now. So we can't do that.
Apart from you. Okay. Apart from you and Arush.
Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah. I'm leaving the podcast.
Yeah, same.
I'm leaving the podcast right now.
I'm offended.
This is the same Bruno Fernandes we're talking about, right? Manchester United.
108 TOTT card.
180. What? 108 TOTT card.
Yeah.
Arush, suddenly you're not looking at stats anymore.
Because in Morocco match, Bruno Fernandes was not giving Cristiano Ronaldo passes and he was not playing good. And there were corner kicks, but he did not get it good. I did not see any time Bruno Fernandes. I thought there are only 10 players and I cannot see Bruno Fernandes.
No, in the Moroccan match, he didn't give passes to Ronaldo. That's the reason.
He claimed a goal which was not his. Is the general consensus? Let's put it that way. It touched his hair. It didn't touch his hair. We don't know. It touched his hair.
It touched his hair, but not his head.
I shall not put Bruno Fernandes there. Let me put Harry Maguire.
I know. Harry Maguire would be bottom for me. He's not even an average player.
No, for me, bottom is Phil Jones or Jesse Lingard.
Okay, all United players. They're all taking jibes at me now.
And now that they finished discussing their favorite players, on to the video game.
Arush, which is your favorite mode in FIFA that you play?
I like that Totti National Heroes.
There's a carrier mode. What is this national?
No, it was just featured in the mobile version, National Heroes. So it's basically the teams that did not qualify for the World Cup.
Like China,
Italy, yeah.
Sweden. You can get to the team's players doing some tasks. To do the task, you get some points and you can redeem them and get players. If we play matches and do skills game, we get points. And after redeeming the points, you get like 98 overall player, 100 overall player, which are really good. And like if you get copy of a player, you can, if you have 4 copies of a player which you do not like, so you can exchange it and you will get 100 plus overall player. Like I got a Italy player, Varela, which is 102 cm and it is very good.
102 cm. Wow. So how do you trade cards? You trade cards as well?
There's actually a very realistic transfer market there. I mean,
in the FUT?
No, in the FIFA mobile.
Okay.
If there's a player you do not like, so in market you can sell the player. I have 106 rated Joao Felix, and but I do not like Joao Felix, so I will sell it to market. And someone who's fan of Joao Felix, he will buy it and get Joao Felix, and I will get all the money of the Joao Felix. Like Joao Felix costs 10 million, so I would get 10 million.
Does the card cost you money? No, right? It's points.
No. The FIFA coins. The price is based on the rarity and the overall of the player. Like you can get a player of 98 overall for 1 million and you may get him for 16 million also. If his card is good and rare.
What is the rarest card both of you have got?
I've got 109 Messi. Just after
Whoa.
just after 3 or 4 days my account got deleted.
Oh God.
I did a 101 plus overall exchange. I received 109 Erling Haaland. And I got Messi and Erling Haaland on the same day.
I think someone wantedly deleted your account, Archie, from the looks of it.
No, I don't think so.
I got Elder Militao, who is 103 CB, and it is from Real Madrid.
Whoa!
You got a Real Madrid player and you got 103 CB. So like,
Yes.
what did you do that day? Did you sleep smiling?
Yes.
Do you guys have any special moves that you do or like probably when you play FIFA, right? Because I sometimes buy players only for certain moves. I love playing FIFA for that because sometimes when I have a bad night, I come back and just play the game, or when my team is lost.
Rainbow Flick and reverse roulette. A reverse roulette is basically a roulette you go directly like that. In a reverse roulette, you stop the ball, push the play, then again take a turnabout, then again do a reverse roulette. Then again do a roulette, nutmeg the player, and then go again.
I'm just imagining that in real life, if I had to do this, unless the other player is stationary, I'm just imagining how you can do so many things in front of him, right?
In real life, it's done while you're in a corner. Like Neymar does the rainbow flick. I guess Ronaldinho would do the reverse roulette.
Wow! Well, we can't discuss a FIFA game without a dream team.
I have only one last question. So if there's one feature you would recommend to the company that makes this game? What is that one feature you would like them to incorporate or change?
To give the best card of Ronaldo to each and every starter player.
Okay. Arush?
FIFA is giving Messi a higher rating than he deserves. I would like a Messi's rating to be down because Messi is the face of Adidas and Adidas is sponsoring FIFA. So FIFA is doing the rating of Messi more because Messi is face of Adidas.
So you want
Alright.
Messi to downgrade, you want Ronaldo's to be given to everyone, right?
Yeah.
He's
I
very
would
clear.
change my decision now. I would just say you give all the best players according to your formation to start with the game.
EA Sports, I hope you're hearing what Archushman and Arush have to offer as suggestions to improve in your next version of the game. But before we wrap up this episode, here are a couple of super interesting trivias.
I don't know if you've heard of Philipp Lahm, a player. Philipp Lahm used to play for Bayern Munich. He's played about 780, 790 games in his career, and he's played for about 23, 24 years. Yeah, and he's never been red carded. In 24 years of his playing career, he's never ever been red carded. So that's something I found
I
quite
guess
interesting.
the only possible the answer would be he was being subbed each and every 15 minutes of each game.
Not at all, not at all. You should read up. He was the captain, in fact, for a longer time in the middle. He was the only player who probably played 90 minutes through and through. But that was the beauty of Philipp Lahm. Obviously, he was yellow carded a lot of times.
Yeah.
He was never red carded. It's called the Christmas tree formation because it's 4, 3, 2, and 1, right? So it looks like a Christmas tree.
Cone, triangle.
Yeah, it looks like a Christmas tree. And one guy is very famous for using that formation. I don't know if you've heard of Maurizio Sarri.
He used to coach which club?
Sarri used to coach Juventus, and now he coaches Lazio.
Trivias are a lot of fun, right? And what did you think of Arush's idea that Messi's rating in the game ought to be downgraded, and Archushman's idea that every single person ought to get a Ronaldo card to begin with? Do write to us at hello@wsnt.in. Thank you so much, Vineet, Archushman and Arush, for joining us. I had a lot of fun chatting with, or rather hearing the three of you chat amongst each other.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you, Archie and Arush. I think I learned a lot today.
That brings us to the end of this episode. If you loved listening to this banter, please do share us, follow us, rate us, and leave us a review. We'd love to know what you think of this episode. And if you have any other ideas on other games or books or toys or even movies that you'd like to hear a review of, please write to us at hello@wsnt.in. New episodes drop every Monday on Friday on this channel. What's new today? And thanks for listening.